In the last episode, we lost for the first time in 17 games in the league, and only for the third time this season. Today, we need to put that to rights and improve our form, which is beginning to be a little bit iffy. Hello and welcome to episode number 71 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, both in League 2. It's match day 23 and match day 24. As we get to the halfway stage of the season, we are at home to Morecambe and then away to Grimsby Town as we head headlong towards Christmas and the New Year, of course, and also, of course, a transfer window all coming up in the very near future. But since you've last been with us, we have played one game. We come back a little bit earlier than we thought. I think we originally talked about coming back for Grimsby and Halifax Town, but we've come back for Morecambe. I did figure that we'd seen quite a lot of Halifax Town, so therefore we would come back, and I think it fits with the cycle as well a little bit better. Don't forget, if you enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series, and thank you to all those who have left comments, and I will try and respond to them as and when I am able. But again, thank you very much. And to all those people who have been subscribing just recently, we pushed up subscriber numbers. Thank you very much. The more, the merrier. And if you want to keep up with everything that's going on this channel, especially with FM 25 just around the corner, it's not far away now, FM 25, keep up to date with everything that's going on simply by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, let's get into it then. Since you were last with us, played one game against Harrogate Town. It was a 3-1 win. We went behind, though, after 17 minutes. Cushy crossing this ball deep. It was headed clear, but only as far as Anderson. Anderson brought it back for Nibs, and Nibs hit it from just outside the area, crashed it off the crossbar, and it crossed the line. 1-0 then after 17. But it took us a little while to another 13 minutes to be precise. And Ethan Braley got us an equaliser after 30. Linton out on the left side. He's pulled it back because he can't get through there. Olsen to Braley. Braley sets himself. Braley in the top corner. It's 1-1 after 30. And then just 2 minutes later, Travis Patterson added our second to give us the lead for the first time. Jones back to the goal. Stevens out to Silcott Dewberry. Silcott Dewberry into the area. Patterson rushing in, and he put it away. It's a 2-1 then at half time, and on 71 minutes, Travis Patterson scores his second, our third, and makes it safe. Stevens to Wakachu. Wakachu to Patterson. Patterson creates some space for himself and fires that one away. And he had a good game, a very good game. 3-1 the final score. And as you see, Travis Patterson, 2 goals, an 8.5 player of the match. Also doing well, Silcott Dewberry. Doesn't do it very often, but he did do it there. 4 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances and an assist. He had a very good day at the office. Wakachu wasn't that bad, just didn't put the shots away. 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance and 1 assist for Wakachu. And that's how we ended up. 16 shots, 8 on target, 50%. Happy with that. 2.57 and 53% of the possession. They had 12 shots, 3 on target, 1.42 and 47% of the possession. Just the one game played then. And the table looks like this going into today's matches. Everyone's pretty much played, or no, not pretty much. They have played 22 games. We are top, 3 points clear of Wigan. We don't seem to be able to break free from these guys, either Wigan or Accrington, sadly, behind us. Wigan on a run of 5 games have only drawn one of those 5, but won the other 4. Accrington Stanley going a little bit stale, having drawn 3 of their last 5. We've won 4 and lost 1. Of course, that loss in the last episode against Newport County. That no more losses today, please, boys. So Wigan are in 2nd. Accrington Stanley are in 3rd. We have 10 points clear over AFC Wimbledon, who are in 4th place in the playoff places. So we're 10 points, obviously 3 going up automatically. Gillingham on 38, Wycombe on 36 in 6th, Shrewsbury are 7th on 34, and then when we go down, it's Cambridge United just outside the playoff places, 33 points they have, which means that by my reckoning, we're about 18 points clear of Cambridge United, just outside of the playoff places. In the bottom 2, Swindon Town and Northampton. Northampton still on the bottom, still not finding any form, only won 1 of their last 5. Swindon Town just bumped, they won 2 and drawn 1 of their last 5. They're a point adrift of Cheltenham, who are in 22nd. 2 points adrift of Halifax and Grimsby, our second opponents on the episode today, both in 20th and 21st on 20 points each, our first opponents of today's episode. Morecambe are in 17th place. They are on 25 points. They haven't won in their last 5. They've drawn once, lost the other 4 games in a torrid bit of form. Can we capitalise on that? I'd like to think so. That's what our task is for today then. Morecambe in 17th, Grimsby Town in 20th. You would have thought it would have been easy, but they are potential banana skins, if ever I saw one. Let's go and have a look at the team then that faces Morecambe in this first game of the episode. League 2, Match Day 23. First game, or the last game of the first half. And here is the side that faces Morecambe in this Sky Bet League 2 Match Day 23. Hollingshead is in goal. Robinson, Ransom and Garante are defensive line. Candlish and Holman playing as the wide complete wing-backs. Gasper and Petit in between them. Patterson and Darcy as the attacking wide players. Sat behind Jones, who leads the attack today. House, Armitage, Silcott, Dewberry, Linton, Brayley, Peters and Wakachu all on the bench. And here we are at the Bob Lucas. Back at the Bob Lucas. Back 3, playing our usual formation. Morecambe playing a flat back 3 as well. Just playing slightly different formation with a defensive midfielder as well. We are top on 51, Morecambe 17th on 25. Morecambe on the attack, 19 minutes on the clock. That's gone out wide at Johnson. We've come from behind before, but hopefully today Garante heads it away, but Omole is there. We don't seem to clear these balls very well and pay the price for it. Baxter, the scorer, after 20 minutes, gives Morecambe a lead. And once again, got a deflection as well. Got a deflection off a Ransom. And half-time's arrived. We've not found a way through yet. Morecambe had 3 shots, 1 on target, 0.31, 36% of the possession. We've had 3 shots, 1 on target, but just not been, we've just not done anything. Can't find a way around there. Flat back 3, but they found a way around ours. And 64% of the possession. I think we need to have a bit of a talk to the boys at half-time. The poor form continues. 56 on the clock. They have a free kick. Rooney with a free kick. It's not the Rooney, I don't think. And it's headed away. Patterson, not headed away again. We've not headed it away well. And offside, thankfully. but just looks ominous. We just don't clear the ball. You see other teams clear it, get rid, but we don't get rid. 58 on the clock, and they have a corner. Rooney again, the instigator here. Ransom heads it back out to him, and once again, Bevan on it this time. It's come back off the post. That is cleared. And with 63 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes. Casey Petit is off. Ethan Braley on. Travis Patterson, who followed up such a good game in the last match with a very poor day today up front on that attack. Mika Peters comes on for him. And James Jones, again, not having such a good day up front. Wakachu comes on for him. They have a corner. It's all been them. 77 minutes on the clock. Robinson heads that out, but he's not got rid of it again. And Amoli's in. And good save by Hollinshead, but he's offside. Gillingham 4-0 up against Accrington Stanley. Amole. Baxter fires it straight at Hollinshead. And with very nearly 18 minutes on the clock, making a final 2 changes, we have brought on in our defence Will Armitage replacing Harry Ransom, and the other change that we have made is out on the right hand side in the complete wing back. Silcott Dewberry is on for Jack Holman. Free kick deep in our half. Garante, Silcott Dewberry. Back to Garante. Silcott Dewberry. Braley. This is the first attack we've seen. Darcy's going to go. Darcy cuts it in, and Wakachu, 12th goal of the season, gets us an equaliser on 90 minutes. Goodness me. Talk about leave it to the death. Can we go and get a winner as well? Darcy really did all the work here. Got to the byline, cut it across. Wakachu was there. The goalkeeper should have had that. And we've been lucky to get a draw. 2 more points dropped. We've only had 2 shots on target all game. 7 shots in total, 1.25, 61% of the possession. It's been a dour match. They've had 9 shots, 5 on target, 0.95, and 39% of the possession. It's not been our day, but Ronan Darcy, 2 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, and an assist, gets him a player of the match. And on a day when the result doesn't go your way, you want other results to go your way as well, and they did, as it turned out. Wigan, who are right behind us, only managed a 0-0 draw against our second opponents in today's episode. A 0-0 draw against Grimsby Town, and they can't close the gap on us, thankfully. Accrington Stanley also unable to close the gap by virtue of the fact that they lost by 4-1 against Gillingham, who move up into 4th place, right behind them, just 4 points adrift now. But we do have a 7-point gap over us and Accrington Stanley. Still only that 3-point gap between us and Wigan, though, as it stands. And we need an opportunity there today to, if we've won, to have opened that gap up to 5 points, which would have been rather splendid. Swindon Town doing themselves a packet of good by beating bottom club Northampton 5-1. Northampton pegged to the bottom, 9 points adrift now of Halifax Town in 2nd place. Swindon Town moving up to 20th on 21 points, still only 2 points in that lot to play for. Newport County, Swindon Town, Grimsby Town, Halifax Town and Cheltenham all in the mix down the bottom there. Having said all of that, Halifax Town and Cheltenham still have to play. They have a game in hand, so Cheltenham could pull themselves back out of there with a win. And as it stands at the moment, if Halifax Town do something as well, Grimsby Town will drop into those bottom 2, and we've got them up next. A little bit of news, a bit of controversy around the disallowed goal in that game. Apparently Morecambe were controversially disallowed a goal in the 57th minute during Morecambe's Sky Bet League 1-1 draw with Weymouth. Manager Gary Monk refused to openly criticise the referee after the match, perhaps unwilling to risk a reprimand from the FA. Let's have a look at it. So Patterson heads this ball away. Baxter puts the ball out to Rooney, and question whether he was offside or not, and it's debatable. If we go back a little bit, I'm not sure whether we can. There's the ball, and I think very marginal. I'm not sure that Robinson isn't playing him on, but if you look at his position of his legs, it could literally be. I think Candlish is definitely this way, so it's really between these two, and from that angle, it's difficult to say. I'll go with the referees, because it really is difficult to tell without seeing lines and all the rest of it. Right, that's where we are then. We're going to come back for the game against Grimsby Town in just literally 3 days' time. So we'll come back just ahead of that game. And no more news to bring you in between games. We come to today's game against Grimsby Town. Played them once so far this season, a 3-0 win at the Bob Lucas. Wakachu getting a brace, 3 minutes penalty, and then on 25 minutes with Luigi Gasper making it 3-0 after 63, and Talon Harris getting a consolation goal for Grimsby on 73 minutes. A similar result today would be very nice, possibly with a clean sheet. And here we are for our second game of the episode. It's League 2 match day 24, first game of the second half of the season, and it's versus Grimsby Town at Grimsby Town. Hollingshead continues in goal. Robinson, Ransom and Armitage are defensive line today. Linton and Silcott Dewberry are the complete wing backs. Stevens and Braley in that midfield between them. Patterson and Darcy are the wide attacking players. Wakachu is back up front, and maybe it was a mistake not putting him there in the last match. But House, Candlish, Prescott, Gasper, Abdul Malik, Peters and Cooper make up the bench. And here we are at Grimsby. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Scott Brown is their manager, brand new. And we're playing our familiar formation by now. One that's gone a bit wobbly just recently. We are top on 52. Grimsby are 21st on 21 points. First highlight, 3 minutes in. Silcott Dewberry to Darcy. Silcott Dewberry back to Darcy. Silcott Dewberry, Stevens, and it's gone over. 12 minutes on, and Grimsby have the ball, wriggling away from that, and Gibson is in space. He's going to have a show, but rolls it into Hollingshead in the end. 13 minutes on the clock. Linton to Stevens, to Robinson, Ransom, Braley, Armitage. Armitage finds Darcy. Darcy out to Silcott Dewberry. Silcott Dewberry crosses it deep, looking for Wakachu. Couldn't find him, but Stevens mops up Linton. Linton into the area, gives the ball away. And looked like for a minute there might have been a breakaway, but Ransom, Linton. Gets back to Hollingshead, who's come out of his area. Ransom. Stevens, as we build again. Armitage. They are counter-attacking side, so we have to be careful. Darcy. Darcy! And goalkeeper makes a save. It's gone for a corner on that far side. Robinson will take the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. Patterson come to nothing. I was waiting to see if there was going to be a penalty called there, but it wasn't. Ransom, Linton, Stevens, Armitage. And it's come to nothing. Let's build up. Darcy. Darcy has a go. And no, he fired it over the... well, I think Collins did get it. Corner from this side now. 38 on the clock. Braley swings it in. Armitage. It's come back off the woodwork. No more highlights in that first half. And we've drawn a blank again. 5 shots, 2 on target. 0.47, 49% of the possession. They've had 1 shot, 1 on target. 0.06 and 51% of the possession. We need more shots and be clinical in the second half. They made 2 changes at half time. 57 minutes on the clock. This Linton crossing his ball, looking for Darcy. Didn't find him. Patterson, Wakachu's got his back to goal. Couldn't get the shot away. And they break. And this is, like I said, they are counter-attacking. We have to be careful. 63 on the clock. They have a corner. Hunt fired in again. We haven't cleared it. Again, they score from it. Harris, the scorer. And once again, that ball not cleared. And we've paid a price for it. Poor header away. And with nearly 65 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, our 2 wide players not playing well today again. And I think that's our problem. Travis Patterson comes off. Peters comes on for him. Silcott Dubry moves up into that wide attacking player. Prescott comes on in place of Ronan Darcy. They have a free kick. Hunt goes direct. Hollingshead punches it away. 81 on the clock. And if they score a second now, we're dead and buried. And really, we shouldn't be losing to these sides at the bottom of the table. I think I did say at the start of the episode, potential banana skins. And by goodness, have they been. And again, we've not headed it away. And with 89 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. Wakachu is off. Peters goes up front. Linton moves forward. Candlish comes on for him. And the other change we've made is Gaspar is in our midfield to replace Charlie Stevens. But at the moment, with only injury time to come, it's not looking promising. And it looks like we're only going to pick up 1 point from 6 in this episode. And no, we couldn't do anything. It's been a poor day all the way round. A 1-0 loss to Grimsby Town. 10 shots, 3 on target. 0.99, 51% of the possession. They've had 8 shots, 4 on target, 0.38 and 49% of the possession. Taylor Harris got us, scored against us last time. He scored against us today. He's got a player of the match as well, 7.9 for his goal. But we've been very poor in this episode. Full stop. So there we go. That's how it stands today. We've been lucky. We've got away with it in one respect, but we need to pick our form up or we're going to drop down this table rather rapidly because the other teams are closing the gap. Gillingham beating Northampton by 1-0. So as it finishes up today, we're top still, 3 points. Can't seem to get a gap on Wigan, and Wigan have sort of, their form's gone the same as ours, really. And Accrington Stanley closing in there. Wimbledon are in 4th, Gillingham 5th, Wickham are 6th. Shrewsbury move up into the playoff places on 37. Cambridge just outside on 37. Then come Bradford City. And down the bottom, it's Cheltenham and Northampton. Northampton 11 points adrift of Halifax Town in 22nd place. Cheltenham are 23rd on 19. 3 points adrift of Halifax Town now, which is not good. Swindon Town just outside also on 22. And then come Grimsby Town and Newport County, both on 24. We're going to play 2 games offline. We're going to play Halifax Town and Crawley Town, both in League 2. We're going to come back for the game against Gillingham, currently in 5th place. Hopefully we can play a bit better against them. And a 3rd round EFL trophy match, Bristol Street Motors Trophy, against Crystal Palace under 21s. Can we get through to the next round, the quarter-final, I think it is? Can we? Join me next time and find out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Going Dutch, as they are released. New episodes of Bottom to the Top will be released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 72. It's out on Tuesday. Till then, have yourselves a great weekend. Football season starts tomorrow. Enjoy your team and hope they win. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.